philosophy, what I want in a justice, as somebody that believes in co-equal branches of government and separation of powers. And he described how, like Scalia, this was at George Mason Law School at an administrative law conference, that he is devoted to textualism and originalism. I read this last night. I'm going to read it. Let me read it in full at the bottom of the hour. Because I want you to really absorb this. Because the most important thing you need to understand in this is what this means for potentially 40 years. Justice Kennedy was on the Supreme Court for 30 years. That is way beyond Ronald Reagan's presidency. And if this will impact our kids, our grandkids, our culture, for many generations now to come, besides sending kids off, the president sending kids off and making the difficult decision to allow American treasure, our children, to go fight a war where they're going to risk their life and their limbs because of the president is the commander-in-chief. This is the next single most important thing that a president does, because it is part of their legacy. And I know for many, and at times myself, Anthony Kennedy was a disappointment. And, Justice Souter, he didn't say anymore. It was a colossal mistake. But then you get people like Scalia, Clarence Thomas, Justice Alito, who I think has been phenomenal. Neil Gorsuch, so far, it looks really good. And it's about the future of American culture. So what I'm going to do is I'll take this quick break. I'll come back. I'm going to read what he said about judicial philosophy and much more. 800-941-SEAN is our number. We got a lot to get to. Newt Gingrich and Alan Dershowitz and so much more.
Georgia 811. Call before you dig news center. I'm Mark Woolsey with the Georgia News Network. Tense moments in Ackworth near Atlanta this morning. Sheriff's deputies were at the home serving a search warrant when a man there told police he had an explosive device in his vehicle. Police evacuated several nearby homes and say they found the device, which was disarmed. Suspect Brett Christopher Alsip is said to be in custody. Authorities are not saying exactly what that device was. A man wearing a clown mask robbed several employees and customers at a Midtown Atlanta Waffle House early today. Witness Charles Spears says the crime began when a man went into the restroom and came out wearing an angry clown mask. He then waved a gun and began taking valuables off of people.
Hey, y'all in the store, y'all got the wallet, keys, yeah, give it up. Give it up. As he was saying that, he went around the cashier, took the cashier.
That from CBS 46. Police say he then took Spears' car keys and drove off in his car, which was later recovered. Police say a customer who went to a window to get a look at the fleeing bandit was shot in the neck, but is expected to be okay. Georgia State Patrol trooper was injured this morning when his car crashed into a river during a traffic stop on I-85 at Atlanta. The trooper apparently spotted the speeding vehicle and gave chase, performed a pit maneuver to stop it, but in the process, his patrol car landed in the South River. That GSP trooper is expected to be okay. The 48-year-old suspect faces DUI, eluding, and other charges. ATVs on public roads are a problem statewide, and Atlanta police did something about it on Monday. Police spokesman John Chafee tells what prompted their enforcement operation.
We've had issues of ATVs and dirt bikes riding on the city streets in past years, and something we began to see again this year.
Officers did traffic stops leading to 11 arrests, 6 firearms recovered, and a number of vehicles impounded. Mark Woolsey, CNN News.
The Savannah Seafood and Spirits Festival, hosted by the Westin Savannah Harbor Golf Resort and Spa, is August 9th through the 12th. It features the Aquacurian Challenge and more. This is a must-attend festival to close out your summer, all while supporting the Savannah Harbor Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the betterment of family life in Savannah. For more information on the Savannah Harbor Foundation, visit SavannahHarborFoundation.com, and to buy tickets for the Savannah Seafood and Spirits Festival, visit SeafoodandSpirits.com. The Georgia Vector Center in Warner Robins is opening doors for veterans, active duty, reserve, guard personnel, and their families transitioning into Georgia's public institutions of higher education and the civilian workforce. As a statewide one-stop shop, we provide career counseling, educational coaching, workforce training, and links to valuable community resources. The center also offers accelerated training opportunities in high-demand strategic industries. Visit GAVECTR.org to learn how we can help you make the transition from...
Now let's get a look at that WBLJ forecast from the GNN Weather Center.
Maybe a risk of late-day thunderstorms this afternoon again for tomorrow. The 50-50 chance of showers and thunderstorms now pushed back to Thursday. So our mix of sun and clouds and the 20% chance of showers and storms ending tonight, partly cloudy, low 70s. Tomorrow, again, mostly sunny, 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, high tomorrow in the low 90s. Georgia meteorologist John Weatherby in the GNN Weather Center.
My name is Tom Thornton.
And my name is Cindy Thornton. We've been married 38 years. We're retired, and this is how we live united.
We play golf and we travel, but we also decided we were going to give to and volunteer with United Way at our community free health clinic.
I do the nursing at the clinic.
I work the front office, checking in patients, greeting them, making them feel comfortable.
United Way is how we contribute, because we know our time and money are going to the right places, the places that need it most and implement it best.
Judging by the thank yous we get at the clinic, I'd say we're doing the right thing with our retirement, too.
We even get a few bless yous. Incredible.
We're Tom and Cindy Thornton. We volunteer at our community free health clinic, but we don't just wear the shirt.
We live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Call Alan at Pippin Insurance about our dental and vision insurance. Pippin Insurance, 706-278-9321.
Broadcasting from the Tranquility of Dalton studios of WBLJ News Talk 1230. Tranquility of Dalton, senior living home and memory care centers on Orchard Way in Dalton. Tranquility of Dalton is where you come live among friends. Live breaking news and headlines 24/7 on WBLJ News Talk 1230. Concern for our country, always honoring our servicemen and servicewomen, and standing up for liberty every day.
All right, 25 now till the top of the hour, 800-941-SEAN if you want to be a part of the program. You know, I don't understand. You know, it's sort of, I had a call like an hour or two ago from a friend of mine at Fox and said, by the way, some guy at BuzzFeed wants to talk to you. I said, okay, I'll talk after the show, my radio show. Doesn't matter. They put up an article. There's nothing in this that is true. And I'm just trying to understand how the media works. I've never heard of Stephen Perlberg of BuzzFeed. He says he's a news reporter for them. And the headline is, Bill Shine White House job isn't good for Fox News for Fox. Sean Hannity is increasingly estranged from Fox News management. And it goes on to talk about Bill Shine and how he worked at Fox and was the president of Fox, et cetera, and now is working in the White House. And then it goes on to talk about me, and it says, but according to people familiar with the matter, Shine's political ascent has brought renewed stress and paranoia to Fox News executive ranks more than a year, blah, 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 blah. There's out. Then it goes on to say about me. It's about after they hired Bill. And that somehow his new job, you know, is a problem for Fox. A spokesperson for Fox News and Hannity did not return requests for comment. I said an hour and a half ago, I talked to them, and it goes, Hannity's level of freelancing has irked some at the top Fox News and its parent company, 21st Century Fox, including Rupert Murdoch's sons, James and Lachlan, who are increasingly feel like Hannity's gone rogue, as one source put it. And that Hannity talks to the president almost nightly, it goes on to say. And that I spent time bad-mouthing my network, which I love and I put my life